What is up, Beam Team? It's your boy King Beam back at it again with another video. And today I had to talk about The Bear Season 3. I just finished watching it really recently, and I've been hearing a lot of people saying they didn't really like Season 3 as much. Me personally, aside from the cliffhanger ending that they gave us, which I absolutely hated because I did. Why is there a cliffhanger now making me wait? Like, it was a good ending, but I have to wait for Season 4 now. So like, stop. Anyway, other than that, I really enjoyed this season, especially like the way that they bring us into this season is just beautiful. Episode 1 of Season 3 is some of the greatest television I've ever seen in my life. Like, there's no story at all. It's just a montage of Karm's head, it feels like. And we see him in the past when he's, going around the world. He's in Copenhagen and New York, and he's all over the world learning how to become a chef. And we see his happy moments with Claire, and then it like cuts back to him present day, and he's just like depressed and sad and angry, and it's this whole entire montage of emotions, and they have this song playing in the background. It just, I don't know, something about that just feels like one of those like TikTok edits you see where it's like when I lock in at 3 a.m. sort of thing. That's the kind of vibe that it gave off. I don't know, it was perfect. The people that edit this show are amazing. I episode 1 was incredible, and then episodes 2 and 3, like episode 2 is the real first episode of the season, and I love how it's just utter chaos like we're used to in the Bear's kitchen. Karmy and Cousin, they're mad at each other. Everyone's yelling at each other. There's fast cuts. It's back to back to back to back to back to back to back. Everyone's yelling at each other. We're here, we're there. We're cutting between different nights at the restaurant. This night, we have different menus every night. Karm's yelling at his chefs. Everyone has anxiety. People are angry at each other. It's all of this yelling and chaos. And then we go to episode 4, and it's calm. And I love the tempo in the show. I love how it's not just chaos all the way through. There's a delicate balance, I think, and it is done very purposely between the chaos and the calm moments. They rev up your senses, they rev up your anxiety, they get your blood flowing, and then it's calm. It's like a roller coaster. You know what I'm saying? You go up, you go up, you go up, you go up, you're going up, you go down, the big drop, your heart drops, your anxiety's up in the air, you're going through this big drop, you're feeling every emotion in the book at that moment, and then the rest of the roller coaster is pretty chill after that. After you go down the drop, it's like, you can do anything. The rest of the roller coaster is just pretty chill, and that's how I feel like it was going from episode 3 to episode 4. We go from utter, complete chaos to calmness, and I like how this season we get insight into the characters that we really didn't get insight into last season, because last season Marcus got his episode, Richie got his episode, Sydney got her episode. Of course, the entire show is about Karm, but this season Tina gets an episode. The facts are around a lot more. Sugar gets her own episode with her mother. There's a lot of cool interpersonal moments in the show, and that's why I like it, because it's not just about the restaurant and cooking like it is. And I'm not gonna lie, I would have loved to see more chaos in the kitchen this season, but I like how we got the slow, quiet moments, where people sometimes aren't even talking to each other. It's just the camera sits there and the people are feeling their emotions at the moment. Tina's episode was really good, but I think my favorite episode, other than episode 1, was, I forget what episode it was, but it was Sugar's episode when she had her baby. It was incredible because it starts off really, really, really high paced. She's calling everyone in her contact list, but the restaurant was about to start serving, so they all put their phones in their lockers. No one had their phone on. The phones at the restaurant were turned off because it was time for service. And this whole season we've been getting nods that her and her mom haven't been talking to each other. She hasn't called her mom back, and her mom's been calling her nonstop. And so finally, when her water broke and she had to call someone up, and she called up her mom, and there's this really beautiful episode where her mom is coaching her through childbirth, and Sugar's telling her all the things that she didn't like about her mother as a kid and how it affected her as she got older. And it's just a really beautiful moment between mother and daughter, and it was cool to see how her mom was there for her the entire time. And as soon as I don't even know what his name is. What is that guy's name? Sugar's husband. I don't know what his name is. I feel like it's like Paul or something like that. Anyway, as soon as he arrives, like, her mom just walks away, but her mom, like, she feels fulfilled, like she actually did something good for once, and she's trying to change. And that's why I love this show. It's the little moments, for real. It's the little things that really get me to love a show. And then towards the end of the season, we get a lot of character work on our boy Karm. He is dealing with a lot. He's obviously in love with Claire, but won't tell her. His restaurant is in jeopardy of closing if he doesn't get a good review. He's running out of money for his restaurant. His restaurant's not making enough money because he's trying to get really expensive ingredients, and he's changing the menu every single night, which is kind of crazy. Like, it's insane. Sydney won't sign the partnership deal because Karm is trying to do his own thing. He's not really listening to Sydney, and Karm is all over the place. And there's this really cool moment where at the end, there's this restaurant that's closing, and they go to the restaurant for one last time, and all the chefs are talking to each other about all the good experiences they've had. And all these other chefs are talking about how, their head chefs were helping them and let them craft their own dish for the restaurant. And Sydney's like, in her head, she's like, she never got to do that because Karm, he's kind of like the guy that he hates the most in life. I don't even know what this dude's name is in the show, but Jeff Winger from Community, whatever his name is, he was Karm's head chef at whatever restaurant he was at, and he permanently scarred Karm for life. He said he gave him ulcers. He's the reason why he has nightmares. Like, Karm has been mentally and physically affected by what this guy did to him, but he made him a good chef, which is what the guy says. But Karm's like, you ruined my life. And he doesn't realize it, but he's kind of becoming that to Sydney, because at the end of the season, Sydney starts having a panic attack, just like Karm had last season. Karm is putting his anxiety onto Sydney, which isn't good. And I know he doesn't want to do that, but that's what he's doing. But he doesn't realize it because there's so much going on in his life. And it's fun to break down this show, because on the surface, the show is just about a restaurant. But the fact that they're able to make a show about a restaurant and then bring in, not generational trauma, but like generational trauma through chefs, legacy. They were talking a lot about legacy and leaving a legacy. And I feel like Karm's legacy is this. His head chef left this legacy onto him, and he's about to leave this legacy on to Sydney. Legacy and mental health and, family issues and relationship drama. It's really impressive to me that they're able to do all this. And I don't know why people didn't like this season. I feel like this was a very solid season of television. I still do think that season 2 was better. I mean, the highs of season 2 were just incredible. Fishes, still the second best episode of television I've ever seen in my entire life, right underneath Ozymandias. That is, shout out Ryan Johnson for directing that. Anyway, yeah, man, I love the bear. Oh my gosh, I kind of just like my mic was, that was weird. But yeah, I love the bear. I loved season 3. I'd give it a solid, I don't know. I'm feeling solid 8 out of 10. Like, yes, I really enjoyed it. I do wish that there were more chaotic moments in the kitchen and we got to spend more time in the kitchen. I wish Carmi and Richie finally like made up, because they were beefing the entire season. I wish we could have got more stuff with Richie and his daughter. Just a lot of stuff that I wish we could have seen that we didn't see, but I'm pretty sure it'll get addressed at some point, because season 4 has been confirmed, because it said to be continued. So, yeah, if you haven't seen The Bear, please go watch it. If you're still here watching this video, thank you. I appreciate you for watching it. Please drop a like and subscribe to show your support. It really helps out the channel. We're trying to hit 1K subscribers, so please please hit the subscribe button, join the Beam team. Link to the Discord is in the description down below. Please follow me on Letterboxd as well. And yeah, as always, have a great day. I love you. Peace out.